Hi, Chantal here. I would like to share with you some of the lessons that I've distilled from my corporate culture tour to the United States. I've been traveling various cities the last week. I've spent time with the Ritz-Carlton and Zappos. And I've got 12 lessons I want to share with you if you are about to upgrade your corporate culture, or if you are in the process of working on your customer experience and employee experience. Culture cannot be viewed in isolation. So I'm going to run through these 12 lessons very quickly. The first one is it starts with leadership. And instead of saying you need to be committed to a culture upgrade in your organization, I want to use a stronger word. And I want to use the word devotion or dedication, because it's more than commitment. It is an absolute belief that in upgrading your culture, there's going to be more value for your brand, for your employees, and work will become more meaningful. The second thing, if you are upgrading your culture, it really demands a values-driven redesign of your organization. And that might include people's roles, their KPIs, how you measure things inside your organization, how you reward and recognize people. The third point is it must be co-designed by your employees. If you're an existing organization, I'm not talking about a startup, if you have been in business for longer than 5 years, it is really important that you take employees on this journey with you. My fourth point here is around it requires effort and commitment and practice to activate a new culture. This takes hard work and dedication, the same work as what you would put into product design or campaign design or marketing needs to go into a culture upgrade. My fifth point here is around brand aura. And brand aura is very much what BrandLove refers to as the experience essence. The character and the energy that your brand has inside your organization. Now, this brand aura needs to be articulated in a way where it really inspires change inside your organization. When people read this articulation of your brand aura, they need to feel absolutely, I want to work there, I want to be part of this. My sixth point here is unless every single decision in your organization is driven by your values, your culture upgrade will fail. And I would say to you, unless you're willing to go these long yards of having every decision driven from your values, don't start. Do not embark upon this journey if you're not willing to make values-based decisions. Number 7, if you want to maintain the values, if you really want people to live the values, that means that you will recruit for people with the right values match. You will then also nurture and protect your culture, and that means nurturing and protecting employees and recognizing employees that really live this culture. My 8th point here is around expectations. What these successful brands have done is they have very clearly defined expectations and roles for employees. Even if an employee does more than one role, they have clearly articulated and the culture emanates from the actions. So if they have standard operating procedures, you can see the culture clearly defined inside these standard operating procedures. It's as if they've taken a brand aura and affected a kind of osmosis where the aura is so visible in every action, in every process, in every system. So when it is integrated into the way you do things, that's when it becomes much more effortless to live the brand and to live your culture and to keep the culture alive. What these organizations have done is they've been very clear. But in that clearness, they've also creatively empowered people to anticipate and to apply their own character, their own personality to some of the actions, especially when things go wrong, them being creatively empowered and reducing the fear so that people are not afraid that they're going to get into trouble if they compensate a customer or if they recognize a co-worker. My 9th point is that in all these organizations I've witnessed leaders leading from a strong values-based foundation. So every action a leader takes, you can see the values coming through and the values being visible. I also think in my 10th point, the leaders have a duty. They see culture as their duty. They see culture as they are devoting themselves to the brand aura, and they are devoting themselves to creating a workplace that is filled with joy, a workplace of accountability, a workplace of empowerment, and a workplace of creative problem solving. Then my 11th point is, if your organization have existed for longer than 10 years, you really need to press that reset button. And by pressing the reset button on your culture, that means that things are probably going to get a little bit harder before they get better. A change like this is invasive. It touches every part of your business. It touches every part of your organization. But I do believe that this is a new competitive battleground. This is how brands are going to differentiate themselves in the future. From the moment I walked into Zappos, I could feel their aura. Everybody I engaged with, from the barista to the front reception, everyone had the same aura. Everyone illustrated that they really cared about me. Then my 12th point is, I think it's very hard to upgrade culture internally. Organizations get trapped in existing patterns, and I think it is very often a culture project, a culture campaign is almost like a self-medicating, and it's very short-lived. So having a guide and a mentor, a person who's objective and who wants the best for your organization is often really essential in upgrading your culture. Finding, almost a brand aura engineer, a brand aura architect that will guide you on this journey and not do it for you, but really lead your leadership team in building this new set of skills around leading from your value base, leading from this values-based foundation. So I'm really excited to share this with you. You will receive more information as this percolates. So yeah, thank you for tuning in and thanks for listening today.